are in what many people call the most beautiful place on earth. That applies to the whole of this great riding, but where we are today is Whistler, and specifically in the background you see the Squamish Lillooet Cultural Center, one of the most beautiful architectural pieces that you'll see anywhere. And this place showcases partnerships between the Squamish and the Lillooet First Nations, as well as partnerships between them and the rest of Canada. It also showcases First Nations art and culture. People are coming from around the world to see some of the best that Canada has to offer. Here it is, nestled among Whistler's famous recreational and sports facilities, making the Sea to Sky Corridor a first-class destination for art and culture. I'm here with Josh Anderson at the Squamish Lillooet Cultural Center in Whistler, and we're in the Chat With Gallery, which features canoes or chat with in the Squamish tongue?
I believe it's in the Squamish language, yes.
Squamish language. Yeah. And Josh, you have a really interesting understanding of what a chat with or a canoe means to the people of the Squamish and Lillooet, who are both represented in this gallery.
Yes, so it played a key role. It plays a key role in our lives, as there's a lot of rivers and lakes throughout the Sea to Sky Corridor, and that was our main mode of transportation, was by canoe. So standing here behind us is actually ocean-going canoe, where Squamish people, we would go out on our canoe journeys, and they would travel from Squamish and all the way down the coast into the United States, into Washington.
Long way.
Yes, yeah, and that's where they would meet up with different villages, and they would have a big feast and ceremony as the canoe with the families as they arrive in the canoe journey.
Fascinating.
So down here we have is actually a river canoe. So the majority of our rivers are very fast and rough moving, so they needed to be a lot more smaller and a lot more how would you say, aerodynamic, so that it could get through the river a little bit more easily. So the canoes could typically fit one or two people going up and down the river, and they would traditionally, the rivers would be shallow enough that we actually wouldn't use paddles. What we would use poles to help push us along the river and to help, and it is a lot easier because we're able to reach the bottom enough to help push us away from the banks and stay in the middle of the river.
This is a beautiful way to display not only the territory but also the culture and the people.
Yes, yes. So it definitely demonstrates a lot of the key important people in our lives, from our ancestors and our late elders, who were actually master carvers, who helped bring this art and this important piece of culture to today's day and age, where we have our own master carvers within the traditional territories.
And if viewers care to come on site, they can see those carvers working today, working in action.
Yes, so yeah, we're going to be having one of our master canoe carvers, Ray Truro from the Squamish Nation, who's going to be on site carving. We have a log sitting out front of the Cultural Center waiting for him to be carved, and it's going to be a smaller children's canoe that's going to be carved on site.
So in current vernacular,
yeah,
carve on.
Carve on. Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, John.